A very, very good evening all. Welcome to Hedge Racing Season 3. Season 4. Not Season 3. Season 4. I'm back. Welcome to Hedge Racing Season 4. Mexico. And as you can see, rain is well and truly in the air. It's a rainy Q1 here in Mexico. Good evening, people are already in the stream. Good evening to my good friend DC. You asked to reserve tonight. Now you may see there's 19 people on the grid and think that I've done him over, but one more is joining, mate. So I've not done you over, don't worry. One more is expected to join throughout Q1. Just running late from work. Otherwise, mate, you could have joined. But welcome to everybody in the stream. Of course, I wasn't here for commentary last week in Baku. We'll go over Baku in a moment, as well as some other things. I was ill last week, so didn't make the race in Baku, but I'm back tonight on commentary. Back here for race 6 in Mexico. The title race is really starting to heat up, even though we're still well in the early stages of this season. As you can see, with rain falling, it's already took the Alpine of Jack out, who's not set a lap in Q1. I've been told that rain is expected in Q1, Q2 and Q3, so all 3 qualifying sessions are due rain, which could really spice up quality. We are expecting a dry race in Mexico. But with all 3 sessions expecting rain, it could really mix up the grid here and cause a bit of a stir, which as a commentator, you love to see. If you are in the stream, put a little hello in the chat, give you a bit of a shout out, nice to know who's here. Drop a like, of course, as well, and let me know who you think's going to win this race tonight. There's 9 of you in the stream so far, so thank you as always for your continued and loyal support to myself. First of all, let's go over last week's results in Baku, because of course I wasn't here. Jay Luke took the win in Baku. He's won 2 out of 2 races now, starting to find his groove after a really sort of difficult start to the season for his standards. He's starting to find his groove now, he's Jay Luke. And that's back-to-back wins now for him. So, you know, had a bit of a mixed start, you know, for his quality, for his talent. We know he's got some superb pace. Wasn't really hitting the heights of what you expected as one of the championship favourites. But like I say, back-to-back wins now coming into tonight, looking to make it a hat-trick of wins, and you feel now that he's really started to get in his groove and rack up some serious points at the top of the championship. He was joined on the podium by Vipers Ken, our current champion from Season 3, he got a P2. And Jay Wills, not for the first time this season, stuck onto the podium, his second podium of the season in the Haas. Of course, he won in Zandvoort. He got a very good P3 last week in Azerbaijan, so Jay Wills, who missed a couple of races due to illness, starting to get back into his groove as well now, and climb up ladder. Hello to Amelia Greenwood in the chat, my missus. Good evening. So yeah, Jay Wills 3rd, Hobbsy 4th, Alfie, who's not here tonight, 5th, Coxie 6th, Bowitt, Jack Priddy, Sean, and AEK completed the points on the streets of Baku. That was in race 5, of course. It's race 6 tonight here in Mexico. The driver standings then after that, Azerbaijan starting to heat up, of course. We're not even halfway through the season yet, such a long way to go, but it's starting to get a little bit interesting at the top. Vipers Ken top still at the moment, our season 3 champion, looking to renew his crown, retain his title, should I say. He's on 79 points. Jay Luke not too far behind now, closed the gap. Jay Luke on 71 points, so only 8 points at the top, separating Vipers Ken from the McLaren of Jay Lucas. Free fall! Retires on track. Let's get on Bob AFL, see if we can see it. And there he is, Scott in a wall. He set a time. It wasn't a bad time either at all, 26. Then it would have put him in P2 at the moment. But the Flying Scotsman has flew into a wall. And it's not the qualifying session that my good friend Scott would have hoped for. He joins Jack as a DNF. Of course, as everyone's aware, the top 15 go through into Q2. Only 19 at the moment. And 2 DNFs. So Scott DNS. He has set a lap time, but he will not be happy with himself there for DNFing. So as I mentioned, Vipers Ken top of the standing, Jay Luke in 2nd in P3 is Hobbsy on 68 points, Jay Wills 4th on 59 points. Jay Lawler, who missed last week, our season 1 and season 2 champion, down in P5, only 41 points. A real disappointing start to the season for Jay Lawler, who's yet to win a race this season so far. That's not something you'd expect after 6 Grand Prix. After 5 Grand Prix, into the 6th Grand Prix. Jay Lawler yet to win a race. He'll be hoping to end that tonight here in Mexico. He currently sat in P5 in the championship. Alfie, Bowie, Little One, Freefall and Stephen complete the top 10. But of course, it's early doors. This is race 6. I believe, including tonight, there's still 18 races to go. So a long season ahead of us. But of course, every point matters, even so early on in this championship. The constructor standings are as follows. Williams at the top, that very good team of Vipers Ken just set the fastest lap. They're 1:24.7, and KXI, they're currently sat on 91 points at the top. Red Bull not too far behind at 82. And Haas currently third in the championship on 75, McLaren fourth, Mercedes fifth, Aston Martin sixth, Alfa Tauri seventh, Ferrari 8th, and Alpine and Alfa Romeo both joint bottom of the standings on 12 points. J. Luke disqualified from qualifying for parking in a dangerous location. Another big twist as the rain has stopped here in quali. Still a wet surface, but the rain has stopped. J. Luke, there you can see it, DSQ. He will not be in Q2. The man who's won the past 2 races, sat second in the championship. Whether it was deserved or not, the game has given him a disqualification in Q1 for J. Luke. A man that would have tried to have got pole tonight isn't even going to be in Q2. J. Luke joins Freefall and Jack out in Q1 and will be starting dead last tonight. A big twist in the early stages there. I'm not sure what happened, but he's DSQ'd and J. Luke is out of quali without even putting a lap time together. Oh dear. What has happened there? A quick word on the Constructor Standings, by the way. Of course, 10 teams in the Constructors Championship. 7 of the 10 teams have been on the podium at least once already. I think that's superb. 7 of the 10 teams this season have sat on the podium. Only Ferrari and Alpine and Alfa Romeo are yet to be on the podium. The other 7 have had at least one podium this season. That shows how close both the drivers and the Constructors Championship battles are as it stands. There's your championship standings, of course. A little bit of history on Mexico in Season 1 and Season 2. Well, did actually race here in Season 3, so I haven't been here for a couple of seasons, but there has been 2 previous races in Hedge racing on this circuit. Both of them won by Jay Lawler. Jay Lawler won here in Season 1 and followed up with a win here in Season 2. So, 2 races here in the past in Hedge racing, and Jay Lawler comes here with a 100% winning record. He's won both of the previous races on this circuit. Interesting, that. Very interesting. He's on a lap now, actually, of course. Let's keep an eye on Jay Lawler. Like I said, though, he's not won their race this season yet. He's sat 5th in the championship. He's won 2 out of 3 seasons in the history of this league. Not had the stat season that he would have hoped for, but of course, a long way to go. And if he's going to get his first win of the season, it could be here. Because as I mentioned it, 2 races so far this season in the championship. 2 races here in Mexico in previously, and he's won them both. Can he make it a hat-trick of wins here at Mexico? His first lap is second, only behind his big championship rival Vipers Ken. So J. Law looking to make it 3 wins out of 3 here at Mexico in the history of Hedge racing and get his much needed first win of the season, which could be bolstered by that DSQ of J. Luke. Of course, J. Luke would have been someone that would have been well up there in the fight for pole, but of course he will be nowhere near pole now. A couple of reserves tonight to mention, the first one being the Mercedes of Mark Wilson. Mark is a Cone Racing League Tier 4 driver alongside myself. Won in Zandvoort actually last week in Cone Racing League. Very talented driver, and he's joined as a reserve. It's his first ever race in this league. Stephen has now retired. They're dropping like flies here in Q1. There you go. Yeah, that's a weird one to retire there, but the Ferrari of Stephen is now out. That's pretty much Q1 done. Freefall, Stephen and Jack are all out of Q1. So interesting there, and some big names going out there, you know. Big names. But disappointment for the Ferrari of Stephen. So Mark Wilson making his Hedge racing debut, joining the family. Another name on the chain. So good luck to Mark tonight in the Mercedes. He's reserving in place of Alfie, who's not here tonight. Any more reserves tonight? Sean in the Red Bull, the one I'm looking at now. He's replacing the vacant Mazzles, who's not here tonight. Big shoes to fill though for Sean, because Mazzles had a pretty good start season. The Red Bull is second in the championship. So obviously we're wanting Sean to rack up some points tonight, if possible, for Red Bull. And Atom, who's raced a couple of times this season for various teams, he's actually in the Aston Martin seat tonight. He's replacing JB Bowie, who cannot make it. So Atom will be teaming up with the little one, who so far, my good friend Ethan, is sat P3. Not too far behind J. Law. So little one so far in the early stages of qualifying, looking pretty good. I'm just thinking here, 4 minutes to go in quali. The track is soaking wet. Obviously no rain anymore, but the likelihood of that track drying out in 4 minutes for some soft runners is pretty slim. And of course 4 people are out, so all these people, bar any mistakes, are through. If they know it or not, I'm not too sure. Of course, the other driver that's not here yet is Franco's teammate in the Alfa Romeo, Jack Priddy, who is joining during qualifying. And that's pretty much your Q1 started. 4 minutes to go, we know who's going through on. Some big names out. Freefall, disappointed. Stephen will be disappointed. J. Luke, I don't know what happened, but massively disappointed with that. As will Jack. Ethan's put the track won't dry out in time. Yeah, I thought so. So I don't think we'll be seeing any dry laps here in the last stages of Q1. I'm going to get a quick drink as we approach the start of Q2. let's give you a little bit of information on the track itself. The Mexico Grand Prix, of course, it's a 17-turn circuit with not one but two DRS detection zones, and of course that lovely long run down to turn one, the longest run down I believe in Formula 1 is Mexico. It's such a long run down to turn one, and of course people say it, don't they? It's not always the best starting pole here in Mexico because of the long run down to turn one. You've got to defend, so people say P2, P3 is better than starting pole. So it could be interesting, of course, that long run down, that famous straight, that long run down to turn one. It's a 17-turn circuit, as I mentioned, with two DRS detection zones. One of them being on the main straight, of course, long run down to turn one, and the other one being on the exit of turn 3 on the run down to turn 4 as we approach sector 2, where you will see, I believe, is that an Alpine or J Smithy? It is an Alpine or J Smithy. Just here now will be a DRS detection zone, of course. No DRS at the moment, with it being a wet qualifying, but in the race, all being well, you'll see DRS there, and you'll see plenty of overtakes and fighting moves in them two DRS section zone. A pretty tough sector in sector 3 as well, with that bit like a snake sector. It reminds me a little bit of the USA sector, maybe not as brutal as USA in sector 1, but the sector 3 here in Mexico is a tough sector, and I've seen many people in the past lose the car there and put it into a wall. You'll see it now on board with the Alpine of J Smithy. Just this little sort of S section here can be a really tough sector to navigate. You can easily get a couple of penalties here, and even worse than that, you can lose the car and put it into a wall. You can see there Smithy's got an invalidated lap time, so there's the proof in the pudding. It's a really tough sector to navigate, and I think it could be one tonight. It could be a tough one for some drivers. And of course, you're in the lap here in this lovely area with a big grandstand surrounding you. Of course, the fireworks there at the end. That is probably for me the most unique stand in F1. The way it sort of surrounds you, encloses you in that final sector. And of course, if you're on for a podium or a race win at the end there, the fireworks will be flying above your head. It'll be a great feeling. So that's pretty much the end of Q1. A minute to go. Of course, the rain stopped, but as Ethan mentioned, the track won't dry out in time for the soft compound of XI. Looks like he's going to try the soft. No, he's not going to have enough time, is he? So Free Fall, Steve and Jack and J-Luke all going to be out in Q1. Atom needs to set a lap time, although he's going to go through anyway. So pretty basic Q1 there. Obviously a couple of errors due to the rain. And of course Mexico tonight is going to be 36 laps at 50%. So 36 laps of Mexico could be an interesting race. And I mentioned already, you know, we're still really early doors in this season. But even so early in the season, I think it's going to be crucial to get as many points as you can. You know, every race matters. Every championship point that you can gain or you can lose matters, even so early in the season. And I think that, you know, although it's so early in the season, obviously it's only race 6 tonight out of like another 18. Points make prizes, I've mentioned every week, and I think it's really important that these drivers get as many points as they can now, in the hope that they're going to be in the battle at the end of the season. I'm going to get a quick drink as close. If someone can let me know quickly that the stream is looking and sounding okay, that'd be superb. I'm going to have a quick drink. I'm back with you in a moment. Thank you. Ethan, apology mate, I can't see all of your comment. I've read the bit where it says everything quality wise is perfect. Was there something else? Or was that the end of your comment, mate? On the game it only shows you part of your comments. So if you added something else, mate, I wouldn't have been able to have seen it. I read where you said everything quality wise is perfect. I didn't read the rest if there was anything else, mate, if you want to send it again. Nah, that was it. Alright. I'm happy you said that. I thought it was going to be like a but at the end. Everything quality-wise is perfect, but... Now, cheers, pal, and good luck to you tonight. Qualifying 1 is over. Other than Franco Pompi, who's invalidated, so there you have it. Q1, Matt Wilson actually could be on a lap, potentially. Is Mark on a lap? He is on a lap. Is he going to go improve his P8? He's going to go P6, so a very impressive Q1 there for the debutant. J-Luke, qualifying should be interesting. Free fall, do you want a co-com for rest of quali? Mate, you being serious? Yeah, why not? If you're being serious, mate, yeah, I'll get you in. I don't see why not. Get an insight from one of the drivers, why not? Different insight, innit? You know, getting a driver, getting a... If Scott was being serious, we'll get him in. You know, get, you know, different insight in it from the drivers. Obviously, as a commentator, you can't get me in. Okay, let's get him in. You heard the man. Let's get him in the party for a quick... This is weird, isn't it? Scotty's a commentator, to be fair, so I can get some random geezer in. Scott commentates me in Cone. So, you know, we're getting a decent geezer in. A bit of insight from a... driver. Obviously, he's out in Q1, so, you know, he can't do much for the rest of the qualifying session. Yeah, co-comment for the rest of quali before he goes off to race. And there's your end of your Q1. Of course, Q1 doesn't really make a massive difference make a massive impact, should I say, in terms of qualifying, but you just got to get your car through, haven't you? Vipers J, Little One, J Will, Smithy Mark, KXI, Hobbsy, YT, WC, AFL, the two Irish boys, Sean and AK, and Franco Pompey goes through. Now, interestingly, Atom, why has Atom gone out? Why is he... Is that because his lap was slower than free falls, maybe? So free falls time of 26 dead would have put him through comfortably, but of course lost the car. Free fall, Atom, Stephen, Jack, and J Luke, of course, due to his DSQ, all out, meaning that 14 drivers will tackle Q2. I've added Scott to the party. Whether he's going to join or not is who knows. Oh, speak of the devil, he's here. Mr. Scott himself.
How you doing, Kez?
I'm good, mate. Are you?
See you in the night, pal. I was better about 10 minutes ago.
I didn't think I'd be interviewing some of the drivers already. I thought we'll give it till after the race, but what happened? I didn't see it. I'm guessing you just lost it.
I was just, I got my lap time and I thought, in our conditions, I'll just try and get, you know, a bit of feel of the track, do a few laps, and just dropped it on a curb.
Oh. Well, your time was more than comfortable enough to go through as well. So that's even more frustrating.
Up and I wanted to do better.
Oh, okay. Well, it didn't really work out, did it?
No, I should have just sat in the pit box. But
oh well, these things happen,
at
mate.
least I can keep you company for the next.
So I've got a commentator for the rest of quali. One of the drivers. This is like Latifi joining me in the box for the rest of quali while he's out in Q1, and then going off to race.
Imagine.
I take it everything's okay, mate. You well?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Just
good.
Busy days, but sitting down to enjoy a bit of race here. You know.
Well, I was hoping you get a bit further in quali. But, oh well.
So was that. I mean, I'm on for driver of the day now, you know. Comeback drive.
That's it. From 15th to 1st. That's what I want to see. I've been told the weather's dry for the race.
That's correct, yes.
But a wet quali.
Dry. Well, I think it's about 12% chance of rain.
That's just not impossible then. You never know, do you?
Still a chance.
No, in Coalmass as well, it'll be heavy rain at the start.
It'll be absolutely chucking it down for the first half a lap, and then it'll be blue skies after that.
I'm not sure why we're still sat here on this screen, to be honest. Are you still on like the screen where the standings are? Is it just me?
I am waiting for players, and it's got the little loading thing next to XJXCK17.
Oh, okay. I've not got anything, so I'm guessing it's due to him waiting. Yeah, I'm guessing we're waiting for him then. Okay.
Yeah, must be a connection thing.
Yeah, I think everyone's putting that it's Jack. So, there we go. Ends in 28 seconds. There we go. We're through. Right, perfect. You're commentating me tomorrow, of course.
Yep, of course. Around Spa.
That'll be interesting. Hopefully, I'll get an interview for a change out after the last two races, but we'll see. Hey, mate.
You got one in Britain, and you've sort of just disappeared from.
I got one in USA, got one in Britain, and I thought, wow, it's going to be some season. This. I'm speaking to Scott every week, and then since then, I've had 3 points. Or 4 points in 2 races. From no fault of my own, mate, I did in Zandvoort. But
France, you had the hat trick of spins, which isn't a good way to start your race. And
I was third when that happened as well. It was. Do you know what? I practiced so much for Zandvoort in the dry. I did like, no joke, about 80 laps, and I thought, right, we've got this. I'm setting great time trials. we got this. I turned up for qualifying and it was raining. I was like, no. It's so harsh when that happens to you. Like, you do so much practice in the dries, and then bang, here comes the rain. And then Matt Wilson was like, yeah, easy. But that's F1, isn't it? That's the way it is. And speaking of Matt Wilson, he's your teammate tonight.
He is. He's jumping in place of Alfie. So
and it looks like he's a prime Mercedes here. He is number one, I'm going to say. He's in Q2 and you're not.
When it comes to
well, it's dry for now, anyway. I'm guessing maybe rain's coming. I mean, I don't know if you can check or not. Can you check or can you not check that?
No, I've just got the spectator cam.
Oh, so I'm guessing that maybe rain's coming.
It did say it was raining throughout the session, but of course it's only approximate, isn't it? So.
Oh, no rain coming, Ethan says. So no rain at all for this quali. That'll be interesting.
I'm getting a few droplets on the camera through sector 2. Yeah, so maybe a little bit depending on where you are.
I'm on board with Mark, unless I can't see. Maybe I'm being blind, but I can't see any just yet. But maybe. Who are you on board with?
EAK. It's just through that little section there where I think is it EFL coming through.
Oh.
Yeah, if you jump, there's a few droplets at the end of sector 1 or start of sector 2 anyway.
So it's trying.
I think it's drying. I think we're on our way, and AFL does very well there. He's into the wall.
Nearly lose it. Oh, he has lost it. Oh,
he
no
has
wing.
He's lost the front wing, but he's kept the tyres intact.
Lucky boy. Lucky. I hope he does that tomorrow. No offence to AFL, but I'd love him to do that tomorrow. Hey, mate, I'm thinking as well. The way that, you know what happened in Belgium last year? If it's half as good as last year, you'll have a fun night, You'll be sat there, feet up, until Thursday when you do it.
If it does happen, I'm not going to say too much about it because we all know what happened last season. Karma got the last laugh on me.
I'm saying nothing. Like, you know like when you want to, it's like a redemption race and you're thinking, right, get in the zone. Then you remember you've got Eau Rouge for 20 odd laps. And you can smash it for 20 of them laps, and on the last lap, bang! And I'll be having nightmares tonight about that bit of the track. Especially if it rains.
Just pray it's dry. Yeah,
oh mate, I'm concerned already. Like it's in my head already. It's pressure. But we'll see.
Rattled.
I am. After the last 2 races, I am. I'm sat in 8th, mate. It doesn't look good on me that. But of course, long way to go. Marathon, not a sprint, isn't it?
Exactly.
We'll see.
Let the new boys get ahead and get up and running, and then you're just going to show them the experience.
That's it. That's it, mate. I'm going to let the new boys get a bit of confidence, think they're dead good, and then bang. That's it. As the first laps come in, WC sets a 1:17.7, Mark Wilson 1:18.3, and KXI a 1:18.4. But that is on mediums, to be fair, to KXI. So not a bad lap at all on mediums, to be fair. That's got.
That's quite decent, given the conditions as well. Full dry track would be expecting probably the low teens, maybe even down to the 9s potentially. So. I wonder if it'll get dry enough at the end to give that sort of lap time. Could see maybe a mixed up grid Q3.
We could indeed. Scott, give me 2 seconds, mate. I'm back in literally 2 seconds.
I'll entertain the stream in the meantime. As G Wells has left, I'll send you an invite, Josh. I've got you, son. But how are you all doing tonight? Welcome to Hedge Racing. I'm the voice of CRL Freefall, CRL's Div 4 commentator and Div 2 driver. Yeah, not much more to it. And Josh,
Scott, apparently, mate, the lobby's glitched. Everyone's saying they've been kicked out, so God knows what we do now. Typical F1 Codemasters, this. Everyone's putting the same thing, being kicked out, games throws. So, like... I don't know what to suggest. Someone's put... WC's put, stop the count, I'm on pole. Apparently, Jay Wills has said if you close the app and rejoin, it should be fine. So I'm just trying to sort of echo that message. I'll try and invite as many people as I can. I'm guessing that's pretty much everyone. What is this game? Apparently, Jay Buzz is now stuck on joining session, which is worrying because the clock's still ticking down here.
Apparently, it's just WC, Mark Wilson, and KXI.
Mark Wilson's thinking, buzzing. I'll get Paul here. No, I said I don't want to suggest it because obviously Q1's been done. So,
Not a clue, mate. I've never seen this before in my life.
It's not the sort of situation you want to be in, is it? As Jay Smithy, who's still in the lobby, spins the car, puts it in a wall, and doesn't retire. I hate these situations. Oh, apparently people are back in. People are back in. Starting to get back in. So, Scott, if you could help me invite as many people as possible, mate,
Yep.
that would be superb. Why has there always got to be something? This game just it stresses you out, this game. I'm going to try and invite as many people as I can. I don't know who's here and who's not, sort of thing. Hobbsy now can take control of his car. What is going on here? It might be a case of scrapping it and doing a short quality. I have absolutely no idea. Oh, he can take control now. I don't know what's going on. There's clearly some people still here because Little One's just set a 1:15.6. That is on mediums, which is a very good lap from Little One. I need people to let me know who's not here.
Yeah, I think it's who's here, who's not. I can ping out some invites.
Matt Wilson says, my game's frozen, can't race. If you hover over your name and click take control. I mean, we'll review it. We'll give it a couple of minutes. If people are in, then obviously it wouldn't be fair to carry on. But I think the majority. Greg's put scrap it, mate. Do an 80-minute quality and invite me.
I think either if it doesn't work, you either got to go for a short quality or you just do the grid from Q1 and a custom grid.
That's a good shout. No one's messaging me saying they're not in now, so I'm assuming not everyone got kicked either. Little One, J Luke, etc. didn't get kicked, so no. I think, to be fair, mate, I think we're good. I don't think no one's telling me that they're not in. So after a bit of a mess, majority are on outlaps, aren't they? So it looks like most people are back in.
So I'd say they're all in.
Little One's thinking, buzzing, I've just set a lap on mediums and I'm pretty much through. He's happy with that, isn't he?
I just think only 6 minutes as well. They've not got a lot of time to get this lap in.
Yeah, I mean, I apologise for that, but of course, there's nothing we can do. It's just an F1. I hope that happens tomorrow in quali, by the way, Scott. Everyone gets kicked out apart from me. I go pole, and then we crack on. That sounds good. I don't think that'll happen somehow, though. But you never know. We can hope. We can
arrange that, I'm sure.
Scott, I want to put the weather on dry tomorrow as well, not tell anybody. So, between me and you. Even though we're on stream now and people from Kona listening, and I've just slipped up. Ignore that. Viper's Ken's now been kicked out as well. Oh, this is not good, is it? This just isn't good, is it, this? Oh, what is this game?
Viper's Ken and maybe Pompey. They're the only two still in the pits that haven't set a lap.
Pompey's just messaged saying he's back in.
Pompey's back in. I'll give Viper's Ken an invite.
The problem Viper's Ken's got as well, he's not set a lap. And if he can't get back in, it wouldn't be fair to sort of carry on. I don't know. Why does Codemasters throw these sort of things at you?
Can they not just make a polished game?
Well, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Jay Will sets a time of a 1:14.6. The times at the moment are really split, but of course that's due to people not being in the lobby to set laps. Which is obviously unfortunate. People are now rushing to get laps, and Viper's Ken's still not back in, and he's not set a lap. So, obviously, it's a bit of a concern. There's a lot of invalidations here as well. I'm seeing a lot of Franco Pompey's now being kicked. What is going on? Oh my god.
Oh, it's never easy, is it, mate? It's never easy.
It stresses you out. Look at the game, just work. I pay 80 quid for a game, it don't work.
Yeah, that's fine, I'll hop in, we'll have a nice little combo, go over the Q2 times instead. We're playing Invite Simulator, just trying to get the lobby going.
He's back in. Viper's Ken's now back in. It's like bloody okey dokey this. You're in and you're out. Right, I think we're good for now. I'm not holding my breath by any means, but I think for now we're good. So Scott, 4 minutes to go. Of course, the times, as you can see, are completely mixed. As people are racing round to get a lap in. Is anyone of you watching?
I'm currently just on with Jay Smith. He's just coming through at the second sector on the softs. I think we'll start to see them times creep down towards J Wills, probably Little One, WC, Mark Wilson, KXI, and obviously Sean as well. Like, not going to be safe.
Yeah. That section, by the way, is really tough, isn't it? Really tough sector of the circuit.
It's one of them. If you get your entry into the first turn wrong, it just completely messes you for the next two.
It reminds me a lot of USA. Hey, 15 dead.
15-0.
Is he McLaren next? Is that? Yeah, AEK goes third. He's buzzing, isn't he? AEK. Could AEK be in Q3 for the first time ever? It could actually happen. We could have history on Edge Racing tonight. Sean's going to be next. He's invalidated. There's a Ferrari coming around the last corner. That's AFL. Where's he going to put himself? Only a 22.7. That's not a great time from AFL. It's not going to put him through, I don't think, unless he gets saved by people not being in the lobby, which at this rate, Scott, could happen. AEK's third, by the way, so anything could happen here.
He will be praying for a Vipers Ken Hobbs and J Law invalidation. Whitey and Franco still in the pits as well, so they might struggle to.
Are they in the lobby? They've not told me anything. Oh, actually, Whitey's coming out now. I can see a Haas that's lagging everywhere in the pits, but he is coming out. What a mess. I think we're alright.
The fun, mate. This is half the fun. But we're getting there.
We're getting there, bit of it. Everyone's crawling over the line. You know what I mean? Crawling with some of them times. They literally are crawling. I think they're walking round some of them with them times. Right, let's have a look, because there's a lot of people out now. Jay Smith is invalidated. It's a lot of invalidations here, Scott. Where are people invalidating, do you reckon? That sector 3? Oh!
Yeah.
Wait.
Sector.
Sorry to interrupt, Scott. Is Franco Pompey lagging everywhere? Is that my connection, or is... Because his connection is absolutely horrific on my screen. Yeah, oh god. Oh. Yeah, let's not watch Franco, let's leave that. Let's hope that Franco doesn't get into Q3. Because his connection is absolutely horrific to the point where he's literally smacked a wall at 200 mile an hour on my stream and carried on driving. Let's not watch Franco Pompey then, Scott. Yeah, where do people invalidate that? Sector 3, do you reckon?
I think, yeah, start a sector 3 sort of, but the sector 2 as well through the S's, because if you get your line wrong and you try and go full throttle, you will just drift wide, particularly at the last sort of left kink. Very easy to go wide on the right. That's probably the main bit, and also the stadium. Maybe try and be too pacey through there and cut the little chicane a little bit. And Pompey's just been disqualified.
I was going to say, his connection's been that bad. On my screen, he's in the pits, according to the game.
Yep.
Yeah, he's out. Thank God. And he's putting the Discord. Honestly, Sky needs to free up my router, my Wi-Fi. I won't say what he said at the end, but he said my Wi-Fi is not great. So, shall we say? The times are getting quite similar now to be towards the front, aren't they? J Lawler 1:14.5, Viper's Ken 1:13.9. That is very quick.
Solid map.
And it's starting to push people down. Who's on a lap then? Who's around the corner? Is a Red Bull? Is that Hobbsy in the pit? Little One's next, I think. He's on an outlap. I don't know how long he's left because there's a yellow flag, he doesn't tell you. It's another annoying bug on this game.
AFL goes 6th with a 16-0. So, might just be enough to get him through, but there is a lot of guys behind him with time to improve.
I know, obviously, that this Q4 has been a bit hit and miss due to the connections, but I think, obviously, we've got rain in Q1, we're expecting rain in Q3. It does stir up a pot, doesn't it? You know, in rain in real life as well, when you get rain in quali, it can really mix it up and sort of, you know, seeing AFL probably going to be in Q3, AEK for the first time ever is going to be in Q3, so like possibly Sean as well, who's a reserve, going to be in Q3. So, you know, it makes it interesting. And WC has absolutely wrote his car off in a war. He's definitely not going to be in Q3. Wow. Wow. Matt Wilson improved his time to 16. Wait. I think he said Matt Wilson got a 16-1 then, but it didn't. It's still saying he got an 18-3. Possibly.
Maybe it was maybe invalidating this in the next lap.
So it's all eyes on White then, I think, Scott, to get himself through on his last lap.
Well, he knocks Sean off.
And here he comes on last corner. It's going to be close. He is going to knock Sean off. Oh, Sean. R.I.P. It's full quality so brutal. He can be there 1 minute and then bang. See you later. So there you have it then. Sean, WC, Mark Wilson. And to be fair to Mark, first night in, he had a banging week in Cone, didn't he? With his results there. So he's in good form. And, you know, fair play to him. He's got a decent result there. Fresh set of tyres. Scott, without giving us anything away, or if you want to give something away, it's up to you. Have you already got your strategy in mind for this race? Have you starting towards the back, or...?
I'm probably going to start in the mediums. I did a league race a few weeks around here, and medium soft is definitely viable.
Okay. What stop?
Be the best.
Oh, so it is a one stop this, and you can. I don't really know about Mexico. I'm not too sure. Is it a one stop?
You can do it one stop. You need to be a little bit kind in the tyres, but it is definitely possible.
Okay.
We do know I'm quite nice in the tyres, so
don't
it's
jinx it now.
for me.
I'm going to spectate you. You'll have a puncture. So
there
you go.
Nice in the tyres during qualifying.
I know you wasn't. You should be here now in Q2 to go into this Q3, but these things happen. There's your Q2 time. So little one will start on the mediums, which is interesting. The only driver to go through on the medium tyre in P10. Obviously, Sean, WC, Mark, and Franco will have 3 shots of tyre, as everybody knows. But in terms of the top 10, little one will start on the mediums. The top 9 will all start on the softs. AEK for pole is trending on Twitter. Come on, AEK. You never know. Strange things have happened in F1. Hey, George Russell got a podium last week. You know, bit lucky. A little bit lucky. Tiny little bit lucky. But, you know, he got a podium. Anything can happen. Joe Natsi was in Q3 on Saturday, wasn't he? In Zandvoort.
Exactly, yeah.
So, you know, anything can happen. Frank Pompey could win. Yeah, I won't go that far, but...
I'm backing the boy. I'm backing AEK for a pole here.
So you reckon AEK pole? I reckon. Yeah, I can pole as well. Yeah, AEK for pole is trending on Twitter. It's dry as well, Scott, so maybe the rain's done us over a little bit here. We was meant to get rain in all 3 qualifying sessions, but at the moment, only Q1. Interesting.
So yeah, we'll get to see the true pace of some of these guys here.
It's going to be good. You know what? It's going to be interesting, this, because in terms of teams as well, obviously the Constructors Championship at the moment is really tight, and you've got 2 Hasses here, you've got 2 Hasses, 2 Williams. Is that it? Are they the only 2 that have got both drivers through? It looks like it. Unless I'm being stupid. Yeah, 2 Haas, 2 Williams, and you've got an Alpine, a Red Bull, a McLaren. Normally you'd say a McLaren be J. Luke, but, you know, that's Hedge Racing for you. It's not J. Luke, it's AEK. You've got a little one in the Aston Martin, and you've got J. Lawler in the Alpha Tauri, and, of course, AFL in the Ferrari. Scott, I know we joked about AEK getting pole, but joking aside, who do you reckon is going to get pole here? Would your money be on?
Well, after Q2 there, Viper's Ken is looking favourite. He was half a second clear. But I'm going to back an outsider. I'm going to back my teammate in a first tonight in Hobbsy.
Oh yeah, I forgot Hobbsy was your teammate. How's he doing in Cone? You been impressed with him?
He's doing a bit. He started off well in Britain, spinning in turn 1 and
DNF. You DNF'd as well, didn't you, in that race?
Yeah, we came 19th and 20th. We had a really good start. But no, I'm first tonight there. I got P2, he got P5. Should have both been on the podium.
I knew you'd mention your podium. You couldn't resist, could you? I knew you'd get the podium in there somewhere.
It should have been a win, though. That's the thing, mate.
Oh, should have been a win. Who beat you?
It was a reserve. It was Kurt.
That's even worse, isn't it, when a reserve beats you to the win? That's even worse.
I had an argument during the admin's meeting on Friday night where I suggested that he should be tier 1.
Oh, did I miss that? Was I gone by then? Oh.
You were gone by that point, yeah.
Oh, I always miss an argument. Oh.
It was a drunk me against the 2 Booth brothers.
A drunk Scotsman.
I got just shot down in flames.
Oh, you needed me there to get in your corner, didn't you? That's what it was. 2v1, wasn't it?
We should have backed each other, mate.
Right, let's see what some people can set. Of course, Q3 being the shortest of the 3. Only 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go, so a couple of opportunities to get a lap in. But these will be all on fresh softs now, I have no doubt, and they want to get a good lap in early. It's going to be close, I think. There's a couple here that I think could take pole, and of course, there could be mistakes. There's a mistake in itself as Jay Law invalidates his lap, so he'll have to go again. And it's not the sort of start you want to Q3, is it, Scott? It gives you, not really confidence boost you want when you validate so early.
That's it. You just want to go out, put your banker lap in, know you've got a time on the table, and then you could start the really push, but he's going to have to take a little bit extra time just to get a lap on.
Hobbsy Little One have also invalidated. As has Jay Smithy. Really? So at the moment, we're not getting any times in. What about who's next? It's going to be the Ferrari of AFL, who's not invalidated just yet, but this time. Let's see. He's not invalidated somehow, but he's not going to carry on. Which means Jay Wills. No, it's not Jay Wills, is it? It's White's on an outlap, isn't it? So it's not going to be White. It's no times as yet. AEK could go pole here. Come on, AEK! Come on! This could be it, Scott. End the qualifying session now. AEK could take provisional pole.
He's still going.
He could still provisional pole. Stop the count. I'm going to get a screenshot of this if he crosses the line. Come on. Don't, please, AEK, don't mess it up. Please. Come on.
2 corners left, mate.
Oh, prediction. No! AFL! No, he could still beat him. AFL stopped the car, remember? AEK for pole in Q3. Yes! Get a screenshot. Get in there. AEK is on pole. AEK. Boo. Well, AEK for a moment was on pole in Q3. That's what Edge Racing does. That's what dreams are made of, mate. Little one's in the pits. He's on front. He's front row. He's still front row. J Law's invalidated again. As is Jay Smithy. Is Jay Wills next? Is it White? Yeah, it's White, isn't it? Not Jay Wills, sorry. Invalidated. Oh my god.
What you'll maybe find is the track being the first lap it being proper dry, we're still finding the limits, haven't had time to push and test it during Q1, Q2. So maybe just going too hard for that pole time's costing a few of the guys here.
Can we stop the countdown and get AK in the front row? Get him on the front row. I think as well now, and I've done it myself before, obviously I don't do full qualifying in Cone, but I've done it myself in qualifying where you screw up your first couple of laps and then there's about 5 minutes to go and you're rushing to get round because obviously it's potentially your last go, and it's in the back of your mind that you've not set a lap time just yet, you've already messed up your laps, so it sort of plays on your mind a little bit that if you slip up here, there's a possibility you might not even get a lap time in.
It's extra pressure. It's already pressure enough being in Q3, but to know you've got maybe a minute to set a lap in, nobody wants that. No,
I hate it. I hate it, especially when you're having only five minutes to go. I mean, 5 minutes seems like a long time in quality, but it's not really, is it? Especially when you're doing quite a long circuit. Mexico's not the longest by any means, but when you're doing a circuit like Belgium, for example, that I'll be doing tomorrow, 5 minutes in Belgium's pretty much nothing, is it? It's one lap. Depending, obviously, if you do, straight onto your second one.
You might be able to get back in, but
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's around here tonight. You're probably about a minute 30, minute 40, depending on your out lap.
Yeah.
And then you've got a minute 10, minute 20 to do your lap. So there's nearly 2.5 of them minutes gone. That's half the time.
I'm just on Boba KXI. I also believe races in tier 2 in your tier of Cone. He's also invalidated his lap with 5 minutes to go. He does race in tier 2, doesn't he, Scott? I'm right in saying.
He does. Yep. Yes. I can't remember what he drives.
It's definitely not an Aston Martin, I know that.
I'm trying to think now.
Hobbsy is going to be... Oh, it's Jay Wills, sorry, first. He's invalidated as well, so Hobbsy, who's not invalidated just yet, will be open to try and match that time or improve on that time that Vipers can set. A 1:13.7 is currently the time to beat, with 4 minutes 50 to go. Hobbsy rounds the last corner, touches the curb a little bit, which I think may have slowed him down. It does slow him down. It's a 14.5 P2, but 8 tenths slower than Vipers can, which is a lot at the moment.
Huge gap.
Who's next then? Let's have a look. No one really near the finish, is there? That's an Alpine, that's Smithy that's going into the pits. So it's going to be a Haas of Whitey, I believe, Scott.
I think he's on a slow lap. So he'll
Oh,
be
he is, yeah,
either
look at his
coming in
side.
or going
Yeah.
second run.
AFL's on a slow lap as well. J Wills, is this a fast lap from J Wills? I think it
He's
is.
on a fast lap, I think.
Yeah. He's also in tier 2. A lot of tier 2 ones here tonight, isn't there?
J Wills, Little
Purple
One,
sector.
KXI, Hobbsy.
Of course, normally you've got. I was going to say Jack Bowie, but Jack Bowie's tier 3 actually. Ignore that. He's not tier 2, is he?
Yeah, he's tier 3.
I think Jack could be someone potentially that goes up to tier 2 though if he keeps progressing because he's doing very well at the moment.
I could see him next season.
J Bull sets a P3 at the moment, a 14.8. He got a podium last week in Baku. Race winner this season, of course, as well in Zandvoort. So not on a bad run of form. KXI goes 5th, and the Williams are 14.9. Williams are definitely, I'd say, one of the favourites of constructors. Little One takes P2. Oh, he does for not very long because Jay Lawler beats him. That's a good time as well. But again, Vipers Ken at the moment, Scott, as you've seen many, many times in this league, he's just very quick, isn't he? Very quick.
Amazing pace, and obviously must be a fan of Mexico getting even 7 tenths clear of Jay Lawler.
Yeah.
Like, we know what pace Jake's got, but to be 7 tenths clear of him.
Big gap, that. It's a big gap. And I'll be honest with you, there's still time to go again, but I can't see anyone beating that time. I may be wrong, of course. I've been wrong before, but that's some time. And to improve by, 7-8 tenths in 2.5 minutes, you're not going to have time to pit again. I don't think you come back out now, depending on where you're on the track. So there's a very good chance that Vipers Ken will go pole yet again, as he's done. I think, I want to say for every race, but I don't know where he came last week in terms of qualifying. I didn't qualify, I didn't commentate last week. AFL goes 9th with a 15.2.
AK down to 10th, come on, son.
Oh, what's he playing at? He was pole for a little bit.
He needs to find a 2.5 and he can go P8. He's got that in his locker. I'll believe it.
Right, 2 minutes to go. Little One's retired in the pits. He's obviously not going to get out again, but in the moment for Little One, I'm sure he'll be very satisfied with a P3. Of course, that could change, but for now, it's a P3. Hobbsy, is Hobbsy going to come out? Hobbsy's out now. He'll have time to beat that. Not much in it between the two of them at the moment, of course. Scott, are you fancying Vipers Ken still?
Yeah, I can't see anybody beating it. They're going to have to absolutely send it, and it'll be so easy to either spin or invalidate. Unless, of course, they just haven't showed their full hand yet. But
J Law's also in the pit, Scott, so he's done. So Vipers Ken's closest competitor is out. Little One's obviously not going to get another lap. J Wills ain't going to get another lap. KXI's not going to get another lap. So the best bet, the only chance really, no disrespect to the lads at the bottom, but I'd say the only serious chance here of a pole position is probably Hobbsy. He's on an outlap right now. Hobbsy's on an outlap. Sniffy's on a lap, but he's invalidated, so that's his qualifying pretty much done unless he goes again. KXI's in the pits. Whitey's got another chance. AFL's got another chance, and AEK's got another chance. So serious competitors towards the front. I'd say Hobbsy's probably the only one really. Maybe an outside bet could be Whitey, but I think Hobbsy's the only serious threat here of beating Vipers Ken, but it'd have to be some lap. Hobbsy knows though, Scott, if he improves by just over a tenth, it's P2, which I'm sure he'll be happy with.
Just interesting. Jake's just came out of the pits, just coming through the first sector.
He ain't going to make that though, is he?
I think it'll be tight, but
he ain't going to make that.
Just have...
I don't think he will. Do you think he'll make that? I don't think he will.
I think if he does, it'll be by the skin of his teeth.
30 seconds to get through sector 3? No, I don't think so. There's no way he's getting around there in 25 seconds.
No.
Unless he's Superman and he flies. There's no way.
Vipers might get another lap in though. He's got 15 seconds coming through the stadium.
Oh, he's skinny. I mean, Jake Lawler's no chance. That's done and dusted. Vipers Ken's also hanging here in the balance. He may be a 1 second job. It may not even get around Vipers Ken. I don't think he's going to get around. He did get around by a second. Is Hobbs on a lap? He is. We'll keep an eye on Hobbs. J Lawler's is done. J Lawler's not going to get out. So it's Hobbs in, I think. Hobbs and Vipers, isn't it, really? That are challenging for pole, I'd say.
It's a two-man shootout, really.
Hobbsy's got a P2 in the bag here, as long as he doesn't slip up, though. As long as he can improve a little bit. And I'm sure that Hobbsy's got more in the locker there. But this sector 3, as we mentioned already, is a very tough sector. AFL's retired in the pits. He's done P9 for AFL unless AEK can beat him. A couple of the tier 4 boys there, Scott. AFL and AEK. A couple of my boys there.
Not far off the tier 2 guys, either.
No. As long as they don't do that tomorrow.
In second, though.
Oh, he does! I didn't even realise. That's a great spot. I didn't even realise. Well, Hobbs' fifth. He's a tenth up on his time, which is not enough to get P2. As it stands, he rounds the last corner. Where will Hobbs put his car? He'll put it in P3. Jay Smithy, I think it's going to be on the front row here. He is going to be on the front row, I think, because no one else is on a lap. So Jay Smithy, for the first time ever in this league, he's been in this league for three seasons. One of the OGs in the league. He's never set a qualifying time like that. That's his best qualifying time ever. And he'll get a point for that, of course, Scott, in this league. It's a point, that. P2 in quali.
It's a point. And Alpha... Jake is on a lap. So I wonder if there was a... I've seen this before. There's a timing glitch with the spectators where it's maybe 30 seconds ahead.
Oh.
And he did,
okay.
He did a 14.2.
It's so P4, Scott. On his dash, it says P4. Is that not right? On his right, yeah. Wheel, it is P4. There you go. So Jay Smithy, by the skin of his teeth, and that is a ridiculously close quality between Jay Smithy, Hobbsy, and Jake. Jay Smithy's on the front row, which is mental. Fair play to Jacob for that. Scott, I'm gonna let you get going, mate, because you've got a race in about 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah, I've got to go set my fuel and my strategy.
You've got to get the driver of the day award, mate. Go on. Thank you so much, mate, for joining me. It's been a pleasure. That.
It broke up the call. They sat me, see me just looking at myself. But...
It's better than be sat on my own doing nothing, talking to myself, talking waffle. I'm going to do that for the next 40 minutes, hello, but you know, it helps me out. Pleasure, mate, and hopefully, you never know, I might speak to you in about an hour's time. Who knows? Aye. And if not, I'll speak to you tomorrow when I get a win. It's going to happen tomorrorow when I get a win. Yeah.
We'll go for 2 wins here.
So I'm going to see you after this race for a podium interview. You're going to see me tomorrow for a podium interview. That's what it's going to be.
I'll shake your hand in that deal now.
Good luck, pal. Thank you very much.
In a bit, mate.
Cheers, mate. And a big thank you, by the way, to Mr. Cone Racing League 3 for himself, or Scott, if you know him like I do. Thank you to Scott for that, helping me out. He's a quality commentator, isn't he? And got the knowledge, got the experience, and nice for him to join me and sort of, like I said, break it up a little bit and get an insight from a driver. So thank you again to Scott, and I wish him the best of luck for this Grand Prix. A very, very interesting qualifying, which has seen Vipers get on pole, and it's seen a very unusual person in P2. And I don't mean that of any disrespect to Jay Smithy, but fair play to the guy. Greg, so grown up. Thank you, mate. Much love, Greggy boy. See you tomorrow. Vipers Ken now has set pole in 5 of the 6 races so far this season, bar Azerbaijan last week. Hobbsy got pole, Vipers Ken got second. So Vipers Ken loves a pole, 5 and 6 races now for the season 3 champion, but on the front row he's joined by the Alpine of Jay Smithy. And it's so nice to see a different name at the front of the grid, and fair play to Smithy for doing that. And I hope that it ends up being a good race. White and AK disqualified already, that's not what you want. Of course, I mentioned that already. It's a ridiculously long run down to turn 1, which could see loads of moves. Vipers Ken, despite being ridiculously quick and bossing that qualifying session, knows here that he could be under pressure from 2 or 3 cars going down to turn 1, with obviously they're getting the toe on him. Vipers Ken not getting anything really, is he, in P1. And Smithy, obviously, Jake Little One, I want to try and gain places and put Vipers under some pressure on the long run down. Of course, on a track like Zandvoort, Baku, many circuits, you go down to turn 1, it's a really short run down, you're not really any move for a chance for an overtake. On Mexico, and even Russia is another one, it's a really, really long run down to turn 1, and there's plenty of chances for overtakes, and someone like Vipers Ken, it's going to find it difficult, and he's going to be careful he doesn't get swallowed up, because there's a good chance he could lose 2 or 3 places. Of course, he gets away well and defends, he might not lose any places, but there's always that chance when you start on pole on a circuit like this that you could lose your P1 by turn 1. Thank you so much if you're still in the streamer and you're showing your support. It means a lot to myself. As always, we get ready for 36 laps of the Mexico Grand Prix. 36 laps of absolute chaos here at the Autodrome Hermanos Rodriguez. I don't know who that is, by the way. Hermanos Rodriguez, but wherever he is, fair play to the boy. And we're here in Mexico City. A race that's been held 21 times in the history of Formula 1, a race that Lewis Hamilton won here back in 2019. A race where Charles Leclerc started on pole, but didn't even get a podium in 2019. So it goes to show, even in real life, you start on pole here, you might not even get a podium. Vipers Ken will be hoping that doesn't happen to him, but who knows? It could do. So let's get on board then with Jack Priddy, who joined late in qualifying, which means he starts dead last behind that McLaren of J-League, of course, getting that DSQ in Q1. There's your strategy, and according to the game, it's a two-stop strategy, a soft, medium, or soft, hard. Sorry, soft, soft, medium, or soft, soft, hard, I think that was. Two-stop strategy, but you never know. Someone might try the one-stop. Scott mentioned it earlier. That'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Let's get ready. Full grid tonight, 36 laps, race 6 of Hedge Racing, Season 4. Let's get ready for lights out here in Mexico City. And it's lights out, and away we go. I didn't even get any lights to tell me that it's lights out and away we go, but it is lights out and away we go. Excuse me. Into turn 1 we go. And as you said, I mentioned it earlier, Vipers Ken could be and will be under a little bit of pressure into turn 1, but he still leads the Grand Prix. For some reason, I have absolutely no access to any of my data to tell me what's going on, which is really frustrating. I hope that'll come back in a moment, but as it stands, I have nothing. No access at all to anything. I can only see what's going on. I can't access anything. Hopefully that'll come back in a moment. But for now, it looks like Vipers Kenny's leading from Jake, from Smithy. So J Lal looks to have jumped up a couple of places there from the start. He's jumped Hobbsy and he's jumped Jay Smithy. So from now, it looks like Vipers Ken from J Lal, from Smithy, from Hobbsy, from, I believe that's Jay Wills. Where the hell is my data? Why can't I? Anybody know why I can't access anything? Literally, I can't get anything up. Anybody want to give me any advice as to what to do there? Because I can't commentate like this. I have no information or anything. There's a yellow flag, but I don't even know where it is. This is awful. Oh, that little one at the back. I don't even know if it's little one or not. Someone on a wing there. I don't know if it's little one or if it's Atom. Bro, this is awful. Can someone give me some advice here? On to lap 2. I know that it's Vipers from Jake, from Smithy, from Hobbsy, from I believe that's Jay Wills. It could be White. I don't even know. It is Jay Wills because of his number. As he looks to put Hobbsy under pressure on the run down to turn 1. Into turn 1 we go. J Wills versus Hobbsy, and J Wills breaks a bit later and gets the move done. Hobbsy's going to try and come back at him though, but for now stays in P5. I've got no access to anything. They restarted, but they got a lot of... What's that? I can't read the rest of the thing, mate. Cos had this glitch. They restarted, but they got a lot of what? I don't know what that said. Is it a glitch just for me? I don't think it's impacting the drivers. It's just myself, mate. Should I restart? Should I leave the lobby and come back in? The only issue with that is I don't know if I've got an invite to leave the lobby and come back in. I don't know what to do for the best here. Press triangle. I have, mate. It's completely gone. There's nothing. I can't. What is this game, man? This game is so bad. I have absolutely no idea what to do here. There's your standings for you. It's like the best I can do for now. So his Atom who had an incident at the back. He's put soft, and he started on the hards. Scott's up a couple of places. I'm sorry about this, genuinely, but I don't know what else I can do. I'm going to risk leaving and joining back, I think. Probably only bet. Again, apologies for that. I've even tried leaving and I can't leave the game. Everyone can see it on the stream. Look, I physically can't leave the game. And if I dashboard it, the stream will end. Bro, what is this game, man? Isn't even letting me leave. Everyone can see it on the stream, can't they? I can't even leave the game. F1 2021 is a disgrace for all the money that it costs. I'm sorry. I'm going to try and dashboard it. If the stream ends, I apologise. I'll start it up again in a moment. But fingers crossed it doesn't.